Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is A.J. and I'm coming to you with a live video for Transparent Tuesday. I figured instead of doing my usual Transparent Tuesday video, that I would make it a live and be transparent. So let's get transparent. Um, I'm frustrated. I am very, very frustrated because I cannot work my upper body. I have not been able to work my upper body for months because of injuries, various injuries, but mainly because I'm preparing to have MLD Phalloplasty in August. And my doctor does not want me to work my back. First, he said he did not want me to work my back. When I last went to see him in February, he told me to stop working out. So I just took that to mean stop working out upper body. So I am working lower body and I'm working my core, but I have not been working upper body for a while. Um, so I give you a little story about it. So I went to see my surgeon who will be doing my phalloplasty. I went to see him this past November, and he checked my body. He was checking my weight. He was checking my BMI, which, as a retired personal trainer and fitness instructor, the one thing I know that BMI is not accurate because it does not distinguish between fat and muscle. They are joined together as one mass, which BMI, body mass index, it just gives an account of your full mass. It doesn't take into account that you have muscle and you have fat and they are separate. So when you get that magical number, after plugging in your age and your weight, that number comes up, but it's just telling you, hey, this is how much mass that you have in your body based on your age and your weight. What it does not tell you is this is how much muscle mass you have, this is how much fat you have. So that number is always inaccurate, but some doctors depend on it just so they can know if they can safely do your surgery. So with my surgeon, he wants his patients to have a BMI under 25. Mine was at 25. So he wanted me to lose about 10 or 15 pounds. Cool, no problem. That's what I'm doing. And I have been losing. The problem comes with my back. So with MLD Phalloplasty, and for those who may be a little squeamish, trigger warning, I am talking about body, I'm talking about cutting, incisions, I'm talking about surgery in general, gender affirming surgeries. If that's something you don't want to hear about, you don't have to watch this live. You can click off, go to one of my other videos and enjoy one of those. But with MLD Phalloplasty, what they do is take skin and muscle from your back, from the latissimus dorsi. This is the lats back here. And they use that to create your phallus. So they make an incision, right? So it's basically, I believe they make two incisions. First they draw the phallus based on the length and the girth that you desire, and then they cut that during surgery and take that off from your back, create your phallus, and then with what's left, the skin that's on your back that's open, they take that skin and they close it and suture the incision. But you have to have enough skin to be able to do that, meaning your skin has to be loose, and mine isn't, because my back is very muscular. So he wanted me to stop working out so that my skin could loosen up, and he wanted me to do massages, which on his website you can see how to do it. It's basically like pulling the skin. So my wife is a former massage therapist, so she does that for my back, and she's pulling, but she's not pulling a lot. So it's like looking bleak for me right now, because I go back to see my surgeon May 15th. Now, mind you, my surgery was supposed to be May 8th, but when I went to see him in February, he said my back wasn't ready yet. It was still too muscular, and he didn't have enough grip on the skin to be able to safely close it during surgery. So we rescheduled my surgery from May 8th to August 13th. Now, for this surgeon, he does not live in the United States. He lives in Serbia. So he comes to New York every 3 months, every quarter, to see patients and to do phalloplasties. And I was blessed enough to be able to find him and get on his schedule. And he works with the surgeon who did my metoidioplasty. Both of them are extremely amazing. I love, love, love them. I love their bedside manner. I love their demeanor. I love the staff. I love everything about that office. And, I'm glad that I looked them up and researched and found them. But back to my story. So this past November, last November, I went to see my surgeon regarding my MLD Phalloplasty. He told me that, my BMI was 25. He needed me to lose about 10, 15 pounds. And not to work. Initially, he said, don't work the left side of your back anymore. How? So now I'm just working the right side of my back. So I'm like, okay, so I just won't work my back. So I have not been working my back since November. You know how frustrating that is? So I was working my chest, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and then some small injuries start setting in. First, I had injury. Let me get out of this. I'm on my computer. If you can see, I am like doing computer work, and this thing wants me to log in again. Come on now, y'all need to stop. I'm doing computer work. I'm doing a little bit of coding, a little bit, not a lot. So I haven't been working my back since this past November, since last November. And then I had a lot of pain in my left elbow, this elbow. And after MRI, it showed that I had a small tear in the tendon. So I had to stop working my left arm so that the tear can repair itself, which is a good thing. That means it was not a big tear. So, okay, no problem. So I wasn't working back and I wasn't working biceps. So I was still doing triceps, little bit of shoulders, and definitely chest. Then this shoulder starts to hurt. So I'm like, come on. So it was very trying to do shoulders. So I would lessen the weight, so it wouldn't hurt as much. It was still hurting a bit, but I was like, okay, all right, let me just bring the shoulders in a little bit. I won't work them as much, but I was still working them. I was doing lightweight for biceps, and then I just stopped doing biceps altogether because even with lightweight, this was getting, my left elbow was getting irritated. And I had like an elbow cuff and everything. Still wasn't working. So stopped doing biceps. I was doing triceps, but it started to irritate my shoulder, started to irritate my elbow, so I stopped doing triceps. So I was like, all right, so I can do chest. With chest, because all of those muscle groups are working together to help you lift the barbell and the weight, I had to stop doing that as well. So then I went to the chest fly machine. So I'm doing that, sitting in there, and it was good. It was fine. It was fine. Until my right shoulder started really, really acting up. And with my right shoulder, you know, I had cortisone shots, physical therapy twice, cortisone shot twice. And I was working it out, but with light weight and then doing a lot of stretching with it. And it was not going away. And I was like, whoa, what the heck? Like, what's going on? Um, yeah, I now I'm just not working upper body. Everything is messed up. I have to have surgery on this shoulder April 23rd because the MRI showed that I have a complete tear in my rotator cuff, which is why it hurts so bad. Especially at night, I have to sleep on my left side because I cannot lay down on my back or the pain from my shoulder will make my whole arm go numb. Like it's crazy. So I am very, very frustrated because since November, I have not been working my back. And slowly, December, January, February, March, into now, I really have not been working upper and core. That is frustrating. Um, Now, I go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week. I do weight training 4 times a week. And then the other 2 days is just cardio and abdominals and core, or abdominals or core, depending. Um, Still frustrated because those 4 days of weight training is just lower body. That's it. So I have to schedule out what part of my lower body I'm working on a particular day or what exercises I'm doing. You know, like yesterday I did outer thigh, quads, and I think that was it. And then did an hour of cardio. Today I did inner thigh, um, hamstrings, and then cardio. Like I have to do it that way because I will run out of muscles if I didn't. And it's just some days I get up and I'm like, why am I even going to the gym? But because I'm such a gym head, I have to go and do something. You know, like I said, I am a retired personal trainer and fitness instructor over 3 decades in the game. And I'm used to working out. Whether it's at home or in the gym, I prefer at the gym because the gym I get more motivated. But now it's just, I get really frustrated now because I see the exercises that I want to do and I can't do them. Like, I can't do them. I am frustrated. But I know that it's all for a purpose because something in my throat. Because I'm getting ready for this MLD Phalloplasty. So I can't work my upper body, especially my back. I'm having surgery in like 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks. So I won't be able to work upper body anyway. But it's frustrating. I'm frustrated. Yo, I'm like, I mean, the good thing is I am losing the weight that my surgeon wants me to lose. So he wanted me to lose about 10 or 15 pounds, something like that, just to bring my BMI down to 24. Like I said, it was at 25. And when he said that, I weighed myself. I weigh myself every Sunday, unless I forget. Some Sundays I do forget. If I forget on Sunday, I don't do it like Monday, Tuesday, when I'll just wait till the following Sunday, because I don't want to be dependent on, always looking at the scale and then going to, no, because that will frustrate me even more. So I just wait. So I did measure my weight this past Sunday, and I was 152.8, down from 158. So that's pretty good. And I know I won't have a problem losing the weight. And I know I'll be at the weight that he wants me to when I go see him May 15th. I know that. I'm just not sure about my back. My back is very muscular. And the one thing about my back and my shoulders as well, those are the two muscle groups that get muscular the quickest, that grow the quickest. I don't know why. Like, I can work out every other muscle group every single day and not work my back and my shoulders. And then do 1 week of back and shoulders, and it'll look like I've been working out for months. Like, that's how my back is. That's how my shoulders are. I've always had those big shoulders and a broad back. But not being able to work, oh my God, you all just don't understand. It's like, sometimes I just want to punch a wall, because when I go into the gym, the first thing that hits my mind is I need to work the muscle groups I haven't worked. And that's all of upper body. So recently, I will say, I shouldn't have done it, but I did do it. And I'm paying for it. About a week and a half ago, I went in and all the leg machines were taken. As usual, all of them were taken. I wasn't ready to do cardio yet. So I was like, all right, let me just go over to the free weights, get a bench, and I'll do lower body there. So I got some free weights, just did some lunges, did some split lunges, and some squats. And then I was holding the dumbbells in my hand, and I'm like, well, these are light. I think I had like maybe 17 pounds, something like that, 17 and a half pounds. And I'm like, well, these are light. So maybe if I do hammer curls, it won't hurt my biceps as much. So I did it. And it wasn't hurting at first. And I was going slow. I wasn't doing a lot of reps. And even though it was low weight, I was doing them because I'm like, this feels good, because I shook the camera. I was doing the mouse and I shook the camera. I was doing them. It wasn't hurting. But I kept doing them because it wasn't hurting. And that was the wrong thing to do. Yo, when I tell you, once I stopped doing the hammer curls, and I think I did, like I said, I shouldn't have did it. I did maybe 5 sets. Something's still stuck in my throat. I don't know what it is. I did like 5 sets. Stopped, got on one of the leg machines, and instantly, my elbow started hurting, my shoulders started throbbing, and I'm like, all from bicep curls? From hammer curls? And it's not like I don't know that they're all connected. I do know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. It's just the frustration of not being able to do it, and then having the weights in your hand, and you're like, man, like, I'm an addict. I'm a gym addict. I can't help it. I am. I've been working out for over 30 years. Over 30 years. You know, I'm 52 now. I have been working out since I was in college, and I went to college when I was 15. That's how long I've been working out. And I love every minute of it. So when I tell you I'm an addict, I'm a junkie when it comes to working out, yes, I am. Do I know how to do it safely? Of course, you know. I studied that, of course. I have the certifications. I've studied all that. But sometimes trainers go above and beyond what they know they're supposed to, just to prove something to ourselves. And I did that. I did 5 sets of hammer curls and I paid for it. And I was like, and the crazy thing is that I was feeling the discomfort in my elbow and feeling the pain in my shoulder after I did it. And me and my crazy trainer brain was like, yeah, that's the burn I miss. Like, what is that? What is that? It felt good even though it hurt. I'm not even gonna lie. It felt good even though it hurt. And I knew that it was gonna hurt. But I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I did it. I wasn't supposed to, but I did it. So I know not to do that again. And I won't do that again. And because I'm having surgery, I won't be able to do that again. So that just pushed me into further frustration. So I went back to doing legs, and that's all I've been doing. Like, I am tired of doing legs. And every morning I wake up and I'm like, because I go to the gym in the morning. Between 5 and 8 a.m. is when I'll enter the gym. I'll probably leave maybe about 10 or 10:30, depending on when I get in. So if I go at 5 a.m., I'll probably leave about 7:30, 8 o'clock. If I go at 8 a.m., I'll probably leave about 10, 10:30, something like that. So 2.5 hours, because I want to give myself time to do like cardio. So I'll do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, 30 minutes on the bike, on the spin bike, or 30 minutes on the Stairmaster and 30 minutes on the treadmill, something like that. So I'll do 2 different cardio machines, but they'll each be 30 minutes. So I give myself an hour of cardio and then an hour or hour and a half of working out. So I can just take my time. But yo, I'm frustrated. I am really, it is taking everything in me not to say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just going to work out. I'm going to work my back. I'm going to do this. But I see the bigger picture. I know what I want. And I know that I want to make sure that my body is physically ready so that my surgeon can say, yes, you can finally have this surgery. Even though my surgery is already scheduled for August, he'll see me in May and he'll say, well, you know what? It's not going to be ready. Let's push it back to November, because that's what he did in February. I was scheduled to have my MLD Phalloplasty May 8th. When he saw me in February and saw my back and was like, I can't even pull anything. I can't pull nothing. He's like, we need to reschedule. You cannot have it in May. Let's push for August. So I don't want him to do that again when I see him in May. I don't want him to do that at all. I don't know. That may push me over the edge. I may just say, you know what? Forget it. But frustrated. Frustrated. But, you know, I got to do what I got to do. And what I'm doing, although I don't like it, I'm doing it. So every day, I go to the gym. And I follow my plan. I do lower body. I don't push heavy weight. Because I don't need to. Because I'm doing lower body every single day. So I don't need to do a lot of reps. I don't need to do a lot of sets. I just do what I need to do for that hour and a half. I do an hour of different cardio, 2 different cardios. I stretch and then I go home. The one thing I wish I could do is go back to the pool, but because of my shoulder, there's no way in the world I will be able to do any stroke. And you know, I always tell people I'm a gym head and a swim head. If I'm not in one, I'm in the other, or some days I do both. But as much as I want to get in the pool, and I know when I get in the pool, swimming will help to lean you out. It's worked for me before, and that was part of what I was going to do in order to help me lose weight faster. But because of my shoulder, when it started acting up, I knew that I couldn't get in the pool. So, you know, even just to hold the board and do kicks, my arm would have to be extended, and it hurts to fully extend my arm in any direction. So I couldn't do it. So I won't be able to swim until after surgery, until after this is healed, until after I've done whatever, you know. So, um, yeah, you know, I do long walks. I do. I love walking. I do. I will go into Manhattan and just walk. Especially if I go into Harlem. If I go into Harlem, it's on. Like, I don't get on the train. I walk wherever I need to go. And I love, love, love walking. Um, and sometimes I will go and walk around the track. So where my pool is, we have an Olympic-sized pool in the aquatic center, and then across from that, we have an Olympic track. So I will walk around the track, you know. Usually I run around the track, but sometimes I just like to walk because it helps me think. Walking really helps me think, and it helps me with my creative side. So yes, I love walking. Thank you for that. Um, but what is that? Doing thigh, and I happen to August to do same with my thighs, so he can use. Okay, so you're doing so I'm doing MLD follow. So yeah, he has to get the skin from my back. So you're doing alt follow. Yeah. So you get it from your thigh. Yeah. Man, listen. This whole thing is just, and I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. But it's just frustrating, dude. Like, it's frustrating, you know, to have a date and then to see that the skin isn't ready yet. Like, ready. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm gonna tell you, I thought about doing alt, but I didn't want to have to go through electrolysis. That and the fact that because of what I do, I didn't want to have um, the the scar tissue in the front. I didn't want the scars to be in the front. I would prefer it in the back. Initially, I went to my surgeon to have abdominal flap fallow, but because I had a surgery in my abdomen and the scar that is there, they said that my phallus probably would not survive because the blood vessels in that area had already been cut, and they couldn't promise me sufficient blood supply to the phallus. So then we looked into MLD. So um, yeah. See, you get it. It's, bro. It is a lot. Like, people don't understand what transgender people have to go through. They don't get it. You know, it's a lot for us to have to be our authentic selves, to for us to be able to have what we need to present as us. And I'm not going against it. I'm not talking against it. I'm not saying, you know what, no, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying people just don't understand. You know, that's why, you know, it's good to find a community of people who you identify with, who get it. You know, I can talk to my wife about it and she can sympathize, but she doesn't fully understand. Um, but you know, she's in my corner, she's with me, she's like, whatever you decide, I'm with you. I'm proud of you. I love you. We're gonna do this together. But yeah, yes, exactly. We are a hella determined bunch. We not gonna stop because we can't. Because we have given in prior to our transition, we gave in to what society thought we should be instead of living at our full potential of who we know ourselves to be. So yes, we're determined because once we make the conscious decision to be us, no stopping us. Come on now. You can try to do whatever you want to do. We still coming out strong. Maybe a little frustrated, but we still coming out strong. So that's why I am now. I'm frustrated, but I'm still coming out strong. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to continue with exercising my lower body. I'm still going to continue with having my wife pull the skin on my back, and we'll see what happens when I see my surgeon in May. I swear, I'm just hoping that he'll say, you know what? Everything's good. Everything's ready. You don't have to wait till August. I have a date ready next week. We can put you in it. Yo, when I tell you, I'll be like, yeah, put me down. Do that. I will be very happy. If it played out like that, I'd be extra, extra happy. But for right now, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, all the prayers I need. I need them. Yes, yes. You know, back at you. I'll be praying for you and your strength. I wish you luck too. Because, yeah, it's a lot. But we're strong, we're resilient, we're determined, and we're going to do it. Absolutely. So, yeah. So that is my Transparent Tuesday. Like I said, I just decided to do my Transparent Tuesday as a live today instead of posting my regular video. Um, so, yeah, maybe next week I'll do another live, or maybe I'll do another video. Who knows? Who knows? Exactly. Yeah. You know, and I tell people all the time, because most people say, well, you know, God is against transgender people, and no, that's not true at all. First of all, God is non-binary, so you know, God's not a man or a woman. God is a spirit. Um, but I tell people that God presented us with a challenge, and the challenge was to see if we wanted to be us bad enough to be able to do something about it. It was up to us to accept the challenge. Now, for many years, I didn't. I transitioned at the age of 50, 50. I knew that I was trans. I knew that I was different at the age of 9. I just didn't have the language for it. At that age, God was presenting me with the challenge of being my authentic self. And I wouldn't, because I was afraid of what everyone was going to say, you know, what people were going to do or how they were going to respond about me. So I just did what everyone else thought I should do, you know? But when I finally accepted that challenge that God gave me, I mean, it was like the light came on. Like angels started singing. Yo, it was amazing. You know, my whole life made sense, finally. And I finally started loving myself. I finally was able to be myself authentically, unapologetically. And I love myself. And I love my journey. So, you know, it was just a challenge that God presented, and challenge accepted. That's all it is. That's how I see it. That's how I know it was for me. And I hope other trans people see it that way as well. But, you know, there are bumps and obstacles in the way during our transition, and this is one of them, you know. you know, bumps and bruises and different things, different mountains. You know, this is a mountain. You know, this is a mountain. You know, this is a mountain. You know, my weight is a mountain. So it's just something that I have to climb and conquer, which I am doing. So, you know, yes, the journey is everything. And that's what it is. You know, being transgender is a journey, it's not a destination. We are constantly evolving. Everyone, trans or not, everyone is constantly evolving. We evolve every moment of every day. You know, when you have a thought and then you change your mind, that's an evolution. You know, when you go to bed and you wake up the next day, that's an evolution. You know, you don't wake up the same way you went to bed. It everything that we do is part of our journey, our evolution into becoming our authentic selves. So yeah, the journey is everything. It's just what we have to do on the journey. Is that's what's trying, you know. So it's trying me, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So yeah, um, yeah. But I'm gonna keep working my lower body. I'm gonna keep doing cardio. I'm gonna keep doing core. I have my surgery on my shoulder April 23rd, so like in a week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever it is. Um, from what my doctor said, it'll be like 6 weeks in a sling. After that, I'll have more physical therapy, and then of course be able to weight train at lighter weights. So getting back into the groove, I'll probably be able to get back in the gym with my upper body by summer. That sounds so far away, but it isn't. But it is. Um, so you know what? I'm just gonna look at this as a blessing in disguise, because my shoulder is hurt and because I have to have surgery and because I won't be able to do anything with my shoulder, that will prevent me from going over the edge and starting to work my upper body anyway. So now this will literally tell me I can't do it because I won't be able to, or else I'm going to hurt myself. So, you know, I won't make that mistake of doing what I did with with the biceps and the hammer curls. Like I already knew that was gonna hurt, but I did it anyway. So now this way, your body will tell you what to do, even if you don't listen. So now my body's telling me, you know what? Chill, relax, let us rest. You know, so I'm just continuing working lower body, and then once I have surgery, yeah, the shoulder's pacing me, basically. And once I have the surgery, I'm gonna be home probably about 6 weeks. I mean, I'll walk around. Like, that's one thing I know that I can do. I will be able to walk. And I love walking anyway. And it'll be warmer, so I'll be able to go to, you know, for those who are in New York, I love going to Governor's Island just to walk around the island. I'm by the water, the sun hitting you. I mean, it's just beautiful. I love walking around there. You know, I can go to the track and walk around. I'll be in a sling. My legs still work. So I'll be able to walk. So I will be getting the exercise. Um, and it'll be nice outside. So I'll be getting the sunlight, getting my vitamin D. Um, but yeah, my shoulder's pacing me. It is making sure, my shoulder is making sure that I don't harm the rest of my body, that I don't put a wrench in the plan that I put in place for myself to get ready for my follow. So that's what it is, you know. So yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I choose to see it. That's what it is. So yes. Anyway, yo, you know what? I'm getting hungry. I need to go eat. I missed my 1 o'clock meal. I've been behind, so I eat like 4 times a day. I eat 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m. No, 5 times a day. 7, 10, 1, 4, and then 7. So I have 5 meals. Um, and in between them, I'm active, I'm doing work, I'm doing whatever. They're not 5 big meals. Let's let me just say that. So my 7 a.m. is usually like a smoothie. Um, 10 a.m. is my actual breakfast after I've come from the gym. 1 p.m. is a light snack, maybe some fruit or something, or maybe an extremely small salad. 4 p.m. will be my biggest meal. That will be my actual lunch. So that's a big meal. That's usually when I have my big carbs and protein together. And then 7 p.m. is maybe another small salad with some more protein in it. So that's how I eat. And it helps. And your body gets used to that. So your body actually knows, okay, it's almost 10, it's time for the big breakfast. Or it's almost 1, it's time for a small snack, So your body adapts to that. Along with my exercise, that really helped. And that has helped me to lose the weight that I wanted to lose. That's usually how I shred anyway. Once I bulk up, then I shred. That's how I do it. But I'm not shredding right now. Because I can't. I'm shredding my lower body. Not even that. I'm not even doing that. I'm going very light with my lower body because those are the only muscle groups that I can work. And I don't want to tire them out to the point where I can't walk because I love walking. So, yeah, that's how I do. But I am getting hungry. I missed my 1 o'clock. So I'm just going to have a very light snack because my 4 o'clock is going to be coming up soon. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in, for sharing in my journey. Like I said, I just wanted to come on here and do a live for Transparent Tuesday. Usually my Transparent Tuesdays are just a video. So next week, maybe I'll come back on and do another live again for Transparent Tuesday instead of the video. Maybe I'll alternate. Who knows? We'll see. If I do choose to do a live next week, it will be maybe around 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Yeah, let's do that. I will do a live next Tuesday for Transparent Tuesday at 1 p.m. There, I said it. So now that I said it, it's in the atmosphere and it has to be done. So next Tuesday, 1 p.m. will be Transparent Tuesday. And it's just me being transparent about my life, my transition journey, what's going on in my life, whatever, Oh, what I will say, Sunday, April 7th, made a year since I met my wife. I met my wife last year, April 7th, and I married her September 7th, which was her birthday. So we are newlyweds, but we celebrated 1 year of our first date. So I'm very happy about that. We're very excited about that. But yeah, anyway, so that just came into my head. But yes, next week, 1 p.m., I will do another Transparent Tuesday live. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions about transitioning or my transition in general, you can hit me up in the comments and I'll answer you in the comments, or I may do a video about it. Please like this video. Go check out my other videos. Like those videos. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you can know when my other videos are posted. And yeah, go out, live, enjoy life, be who you are. Forget everybody else. Do you. Thank you again. Be good. And if you can't be good, then be good at it. A.J. out, y'all. Check y'all later.